You've got your lolly. Yeah. So one of her favourite things at the moment is actually all through summer were homemade lollies, and now it's like height of winter, and yeah, she's still eating lollies. You love it. Your favourite, aren't they? What do you think of your updated playroom? What do you think of all your new toys? You love them. What's your favourite? You trying to escape? Yeah. Okay, you can go. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a playroom tour, which I haven't done in a really long time. So I thought, and as my playroom's ever evolving and always changing, I thought now would be a good time to show you around. So I'm in the playroom at the moment. This is what we're looking at. Yes, I'm going to show you the whole playroom, all the resources we have. We've got some really awesome gifts at Christmas time. All of those have been put out now. It's had a little bit of an update, so yeah, enjoy. And yeah, I'll show you the ins and outs of what we're dealing with here. So I haven't done a video in quite a long time, so apologies for that. You might have seen in my previous video I set up a little business where I'm making some little kind of sustainable wooden stampers, and that's kept me really busy over Christmas. I've been super lucky. It's been really popular so far, so yeah, that's one of the reasons that YouTube has kind of taken a bit of a backseat while I've been doing that. But yeah, I'm back now and I've got a bit of time, so I thought I'd do a quick playroom tour for you because I haven't done one in quite a long time, and my playroom is always evolving, always changing. When I started out maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it was very much focused on Montessori. It's a very different play space than it is now, and as I've kind of studied and learnt more and read more and yeah, just kind of took in lots of different approaches and styles and kind of investigated different approaches, and my playroom's kind of evolved with that, to be honest. It's a lot more focused around nature now. It's a lot more focused around curiosity. It's a lot more focused around open-ended play. I do a bit of Montessori kind of tray work sometimes. There is opportunity for kind of mastering particular skills if I see that one of the children is kind of enjoying that. We still have things like puzzles and stuff, which aren't particularly open-ended, but the children love them. So mostly I just follow them. And as my children, as in my own child and my mindees, have turned 3, kind of 2.5 to 3, their imagination has gone boom, and their favourite kind of play is role play, imaginative play, every single day. So I've kind of set up my play space to go alongside the things that they enjoy, to be honest. So it's completely centred around bringing nature into play. I tend to theme the playroom to go with the seasons as well, and things that we are kind of observing in the environment in particular seasons. Yeah, just lots of open-ended options, lots of imaginative play, and lots of opportunities for holistic type of approach where they can be working on lots of different things at any given time. And yeah, so I thought I could give you a tour of what the playroom looks like at the moment. It's actually evening now, it's getting dark and I'm losing the light, but I thought it'd be quite nice to see the playroom in a different light because we're just kind of coming out of the festive season, so I've still got some Christmassy, wintry type setups on the shelves, so I thought it'd be quite nice for you to see those in that nice kind of calming evening light. So yeah, I'll give you a tour. So I'll start over here. We've got a couple of our play shelves. This hasn't really changed from my last playroom tour, apart from obviously the resources. But yeah, so over here we've got, this is like a little cup stand. We don't really use it, to be honest. I put some bamboo rings on there. But yeah, they used to use it when they were little, not so much anymore. So just kind of use it as a stand. So we've got a cute little book, which they've been loving over the winter, A Dot in the Snow, which is about this polar bear and this cute little girl, and they have loads of fun together. So I've got this little ornament, which I actually got from Iceland a few years ago, super cute. I never thought I'd really have a use for it, but there you go. It actually looks a bit like the girl from the story, so we've been using this as a story pot. And then we've got our polar bear, and then a few little light up toys, and this is a bell that we got from a charity shop. But yeah, I always like to put out story props because it's a good opportunity for them to kind of bring the story, or to help them bring the story to life. It means they can use their imagination to recreate the story, or anything to do with their own experiences they can bring to life, you know, using these little figurines. And all of the children I look after have incredible imaginations, and they just love any kind of imaginative play. So yeah, this type of setup is kind of right up their street. I always like to put out nature items on the shelves, just to kind of bring more nature into their play. Over here we've got these really cool little scales, which I got from Facebook. They're super cute and they're tiny. If you'll see, they're really, really little, which is perfect because our play space is really small. So I didn't want anything too chunky to take up too much room. Behind here I've got some boxes, and they're mostly empty, I think. There might be a few things in there, but yeah, they're hand carved. They came from a car boot, and there's a bigger one here, and then all these different ones. They love opening, closing, putting things in, carrying them around, transportation. So boxes like that are absolutely perfect for that type of play. I've just got a coconut bowl here, which I put some little grappat pieces in. They can use that for, you know, weighing and sorting and all that kind of thing. Over here we've kind of got our topic that we're working on at the moment, which is the moon. So I've just put a few moon resources here. We've got some books here. I've got a storybook about the moon. This one's more educational and it covers the moon phases. Then we've got a solar system, and then this is one about landing on the moon with the astronauts and everything. And then we've got magnifying glasses. And then I've just printed off some cards which show the phases of the moon, which is something that my daughter's recently kind of rediscovered. She was interested in the moon about a year ago, and then she kind of lost interest. Now, as she's getting older, she's more interested in it again. She's noticing over the winter we've had some full moons, and she's been noticing that in the sky, and we've been talking about it. So yeah, gradually her interest has grown again. And now that she's older, it's a really good opportunity to include some more detailed learning, I would suppose. So we've never really talked about the moon phases, so that's something that we're kind of introducing now. And then I've got a little light up moon at the back, and then this is really cool. This is a telescope that we've been using to look at the moon in the evenings. This was a present from her grandma for Christmas. That's super handy. And then over here I've just got a moon diary. This is her picture of a cloud. And I've literally just crossed off every day because we haven't seen the moon for about 3 or 4 days because there's just so many clouds. So whereas prior to starting this moon diary, in December we were seeing the moon all the time, and it was gradually getting bigger and bigger, and yeah, until it was a full moon, and now it's just disappeared. So I'm hoping we can fill this in with what we're observing, but at the moment it's pretty bare and pretty boring. But that's there anyway. Okay, so then directly below this shelf, we've got a little invitation to play. This is a cardboard treehouse that I made, and I just kind of rotate it really with different resources depending on what they're interested in, and just little things that I pick up and I might just put out for them to kind of explore. We've got a little tinker tray over here with some natural resources. So here we've got some pine cones, conkers, little wood blocks, some like dried fruit, we've got some like cinnamon sticks. So really kind of exploring the senses here. There's so many smells and textures, and it's so interesting for them. So many questions we've had over this during Christmas, like why is it dry? Like how does it look like that? Why hasn't it gone mouldy? You know, and smelling it and the difference between fresh and dried, and it's just been super interesting, which is cool. And then over here, yeah, I've just got these little, I think they're called buddies. I think it's from a company called really small, cute small business on Instagram. We Are Wild something Wonders. But yeah, they kind of make these every month and they do a release. And I managed to get some as a stocking filler for Christmas. They're super cute. They're just made of wood, and the detail's awesome. I love the painting on them. This is my favourite one. I just love it. They're so gorgeous. And then they've got this bronze colour on top. So yeah, they're just like little gnomes. They're just super cute. And I've made a little fire in the middle with one of the grappat pieces and some little twigs that we found. There's just some rocks that we found in the garden. So yeah, it's just a kind of like throw it in and see what happens. But yeah, they're pretty drawn to this. I've got a little electric candle. I absolutely love these, by the way. I would totally recommend these for any play space because they add a really nice ambience, but also it's so interesting for the children as it flickers, switching it on, switching it off, moving it around, and it has a real waxy feel as well. I have a few of these around the play space and absolutely love them. Especially when it's getting dark like this in the evenings or late afternoon, then it's just kind of adds a really cute feel. So then across this way, I've got a couple more little invitations. We've got a bigger candle here. This is a cute little unicorn that Mia got for Christmas from a friend. It's a Lancacade one. And then it comes with this beautiful little unicorn book, which is a super sweet story. So thank you, friend, for that if you're watching. This is a little cardboard house that I made. We actually used it for our nativity over Christmas, but we're kind of finished with that now. So I thought, what can I use it for? I've just left some of our little reindeer out here, little reindeer family. There is a couple of male ones. I don't know where they've gone, but anyway. And then in here over Christmas, we made some reindeer food, for Santa. So I've just kind of left that there. And then just a few little natural resources. So yeah, just something for them to explore and yeah, build their imagination and that type of play that they're so into right now. So then down here, I've got a few kind of games, puzzle type things. This is called Ocean Bingo. It's a really cool game actually. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for maybe for young children, although they probably would still get some use out of it. Basically, if you're going to play it properly, you've got this giant board and all these little cards which correspond with the animals on the board, and then the little counters, and these are the bingo cards. So each person has a bingo card, and then someone calls them out, and they basically just kind of cross them all off until they kind of get the whole game. But yeah, they're really cool. I guess if it was a younger child, what I would use this for is I'd probably take out the cards and use them as more of like a language exploration type opportunity. You can put them in a sensory play or just kind of present them on the shelf and just let them explore them and maybe repeat the words and ask questions about them. Observe what they look like, shapes, all that kind of stuff for younger children. And then I guess as they get older, you can use it as it's intended to be used. But yeah, that was a cool Christmas present as well. This is just a little threading cheese. This is another one that I absolutely love. This was actually something that we got for her for Christmas. It's called Storybox. And basically it's got all these little puzzle pieces in, just visual, so no language or words on there. And you can piece them all together in a big kind of storyline. And then the child basically tells you what they see. So it's all about kind of explaining what they see in the picture and making up their own story. So you could start with once upon a time, there was a man on a horse or whatever they observe. So it's completely up to them as to what they want the story to be. And it's quite interesting to see kind of how they describe what they're looking at. It's very different to how an adult would describe it. So it's really cool. Like, we've been going through these and she's been loving them. And I mean, the things that she comes out with, I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, that's not what I see at all. It's just so cool to see her imagining and coming up with a story on her own. I absolutely love it. And it's so easy because it's visual. And I think you could actually use this with any age. Like I said with the other one there, you could put them out and you can talk about what's in the picture and introduce new language to young children. So yeah, that's really cool. I love that. Here I've just got some of our little music boxes. To be honest, I didn't really know where to put them, so I just kind of shoved them in there. But yeah, the little music boxes, you can get them off places like eBay. They're quite cheap, but it's good for fine motor, for turning this little handle here, and playing the different music, which is really nice. In here I've got our usual big basket of dinosaurs. I wouldn't dare remove this from the playroom because it's something that's played with all day, every day by one of my little mindies who's absolutely dinosaur crazy. In here we've got some kind of woodwork. They've just been using this the other day, so it's pretty messy. Or Mia was using it. And yeah, we basically just got some safety goggles, these little stubby hammers, which are so cool. And they're quite heavy, so it's quite a challenge for them to hold it. It does build some strength, which is awesome. And then I've got some cork, which they can hammer into. And then I've also got some kind of wood slices here, which they can hammer into. And then in here, I've got some little pins as well. So when I say pins, I just mean like this kind of thing, safety pins. And we've got a few nails as well. Depending on what level they're at, most of them prefer to use the pins at the moment, but I put some little nails in there as well if they want to challenge themselves. And then over here we've got road, cars, trucks and train set, all in one giant basket. So this is a new little shelf that I got from a friend. We've kind of added it in to the play space. I think it looks really nice over here. And I love the warm wood as well. I really do want to get rid of these and get some kind of warm colours, but we've kind of just stuck with them because they serve purpose. So I don't believe in getting rid of things if it's still kind of good. I'm just one of those people. But unless it's secondhand and I can sell it on, you know, but that kind of thing. So over here I've just got another little invitation. This is a gorgeous little set that I got from a charity shop. And these are little kind of Asian inspired cups. And it comes with a little plate, which has got these pictures on it. The children love just looking closely at this and then kind of talking about what they see. So I'm like, what are they doing? Like, who's that they're holding? Asking lots of different questions. And then in here I've just got a few pom-poms. And this little basket was from a charity shop as well. And then a little board, some dolls. And then this I also got from a charity shop. We've got our little Christmas tree behind it. These are little thimbles, which are really fun for children to put on their fingers. And they all have different pictures, so they'll just put them on their fingers and they'll explore them. And sometimes they stack them up. Sometimes they'll put them in the tea as sugar. Yeah, it's just so many kind of imaginative options. But yeah, it's just a little invitation there. Down here we've got a giant box of building blocks. I've got rainbow blocks in here. I've got these wooden natural resources. I've got loads of different building things in there. Construction all in just one big basket. Up here we've got our rainbows, big and small. And then up here we've got our globe, which we get down periodically depending on if we want to kind of explore somewhere. So if we're eating something, sometimes I'll talk about where it comes from and they'll say, where is it on the globe? And we'll go get the globe and we'll talk about it. So it mostly stays up here because it's quite big, and then we just grab it as and when we want to look at it. So here I've got a little plant, and then this is one of those really cool things I had when I was a teenager. I don't know if anybody remembers these. It's a, I don't know what you call them, fibre optic lamp. Yeah, these are fibre optic lamps. I thought it was a good idea and they actually love playing with it. But these plastic bits or fibre optic or whatever they are, I find everywhere, all over the floor. They just fall out all the time. So it probably wasn't the best idea. But yeah, it's kind of cool to play with and explore. So over here, I've got, you might remember from my last Playroom Tour, which was a really long time ago, I had a art trolley, but it was so small and limited that I needed to get something bigger. So I've been using this shelf for all of our arts and crafts kind of stuff. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'll still show you. So in here we've got some shapes cut out for like sticking and collages. In here I've got some things for mark making. So I've got one of these cool rings that you put in your hair, which makes some really cool marks when you use paint. And then we've got some cotton buds. We've got our scissors there. Got some pencils, more pencils in this cute little jar thing. I actually got this from a charity shop as well, and it's super cute. And it has this little heart hanging off it, which I love. In the back, just more pens and dabbers and stamp pens and all that kind of stuff. We've got some brushes for glue and for paint and different mark making tools, glue sticks. And then we've got a really, really messy, which needs replacing. I mean, look at the state there. Watercolor pad. This is a little activity I put out recently, which is a sticker dots activity. So I've got all of these stickers. She's really into stickers and kind of peeling them off. She used to find this quite challenging, and it used to annoy her and she would get really frustrated. But now her concentration level has gone up massively, and she's so persistent with getting these off and sticking them on. So she can sit and do this for absolutely ages. So you can see some that she's attempted. But yeah, I just kind of printed these off, and you just stick them on, you know, where the circles are. But yeah, she really enjoys that. And then down here I've got some Play-Doh. This is a recent one that I've tried from this company, My Wee Folk. I got their kind of festive colours, and it's a really great dough. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a really good Play-Doh, they come in these giant tins and they're great. These are some of the stampers that I made for Christmas from my own little cute little shop. This is our kind of Christmas one. So I've left those out because they're still really enjoying them. Behind I've got loads of different cutters. This is cool. I actually got this from a charity shop. It's one of those meat tenderizers, I think. It's a metal one, so it's got quite a bit of weight to it, but it's also quite small, so it's perfect for little hands. And then in the back here I've got some kind of Play-Doh rollers and stuff like that, tools, and then some boards for them to use with the Play-Doh. Oh, and then this side, just some paper in this little basket. So over here is our Flissat table, which is getting really worn and torn. I wish I'd started using like tablecloths with it, because it's just getting so ruined. It's got like stains and stuff all over it, but it's still going strong. So it's all right. I've got a couple of chairs, and then this is our last sign of Christmas, our little Christmas tree, which was actually given to us by Mia's great grandma because it gave her allergies. But yeah, I can't complain because it's super cute and it looks nice in here. So over here, right in the corner, I've just shoved our like recyclables. We use those big things for tracks, and they use them for filling and all sorts of stuff. So this is a new addition. I really wanted to have somewhere for the coats to go, because we're always, you know, in and out here. That's our entrance to the garden. So I really wanted somewhere to put them so I didn't have to run all the way through the house to get the coats and everything. So this is handy. It's overflowing with coats at the moment. We've got puddle suits, coats, welly boots hanging up there. But yeah, super handy just having that shoved in the corner so we can access it. Over here we've got a cute little woodland trees poster. Some of our art that we've made. This was an autumn tree. You know, as the leaves were going brown, we collected some trees from outside and we did like a little tree making collage thing. And these are some pumpkin seeds. They really enjoyed that. And then over Christmas we made a little tree with lots of different mark making tools, and I just kind of hang things up here as we make them, really. So this is the other side of the playroom. As you can see, it's quite a little playroom, but I try and cram it with as much as I can, but it's still kind of being organised and tidy-ish. So over here we've got this beautiful plant which is doing amazingly in this room. I never thought it would because it's so hot and then really, really cold in here. You get really extreme temperatures. I've got this cute little hamper basket here and I've covered it in lights, and then I've just put in some kind of animal / nature themed books. We've got this cute tree keepers book. And then we've got a few, this is a cute book, Greta and the Giants, which is the book about Greta Thunberg. There's a tree book, and then this gorgeous animalian book at the back. I absolutely love that one. And then we've got our owl and some story stones. These actually go with the owl book. What's it called? Oh, it's over here actually. Here you go. So it's this one, Owl Babies. So I made these little story stones to go with the book. And yeah, they're really enjoyed. So I've got 3 of the little babies and then the mum. So I just kind of keep those in this cute little basket. But this is actually one of my favourite areas. It's really adorable. So then over here we've got some torches, a few kind of more like technology type items. This is a working camera, it's just run out of batteries at the moment. And then we've got this really great torch, which is a dinosaur torch. So you pop these slides in there and then it shows you, if you see closely there, it shows you all the little dinosaurs kind of magnified in the light. Yes, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So this is the torch. And yeah, if you see the slides, you can kind of spin them like that and then you can see the dinosaurs. So it's really good for exploring light. If your child's interested in light and dark, you can make little dens, and then these little torches are great for exploring the slides. So we just kind of keep that there, and then lots of torches in the back. And then over here I've got a bowl of movable alphabet. These are super cute. These came from a company called Sunshine Resins, and she makes those with natural flowers and leaves in them. So these will be wonderful for spring when we're doing invitations to play, but they're super cute. Got a little buttercup in there. And then I also made some using just letters and these log slices. So I've kind of mixed them all in there. We've got some little tongs, and I put it with our ABC yoga book at the back. And then this super cute activities, mindful kids activities, which is basically loads of different cards for teaching kindness, focus, calm, mindfulness. There's things that they can do, instructions on the back. So this is great. I've left this here just for them to explore, and then I think as they get a little bit older they'll be more interested in doing these activities. We have done a few already. So then over here I've got this beautiful ocean book, which has been a favourite. It's been part of the Playroom for ages. I probably talk about it all the time, but yeah, it's beautiful. I love all the illustrations. It talks about all different sea creatures, and there's actually a section in here for shells, and you can learn the names of all the different shells, which is why I've got it here next to our beautiful shell collection. Over here we've got a large kind of tinker tray. I've got some different things in here. I've got some kind of woodland, autumn, winter type cutouts. We've got lots of these beautiful pom-poms, some wooden shapes, some grappat pieces here, and then elastic bands, which who would have thought these are so interesting? But yeah, they kind of stretch them out, they stretch them over things, they count them, they link them up, they use them all the time, even though they're the most annoying thing. And when they empty this out, it gets everywhere and there's elastic bands all over the place. It drives me a bit crazy, but they love it, so I just kind of leave it and let them get on with it. So up here we've got our last little shelf, which is a little basket of pom-poms. These are some cards, number cards, which I've just cut out. They're kind of animal themed. We've got some blocks over here. These are some Gruffalo dominoes, which my daughter got for Christmas. These are kind of cool. This is supposed to be noughts and crosses. I got it from a charity shop a few years ago. But yeah, they use it for threading. They'll count them and they'll sort them, do all sorts of things with those. And then here we had a gingerbread activity a few weeks ago for Christmas. And I just kind of cut out some gingerbread and some numbers, and we did some counting with them. But I've kind of paired them with these pegs, so you can kind of get the corresponding number and peg it on. Because they're at the stage now where they're recognising letters and numbers in the environment. So these kind of things are good. And then lastly, over here, we've got our bookshelf. It's not in no particular order really, it's kind of messy. We've got a few winter themed books over here. We've got a dinosaur section over here for our dinosaur crazy person. We've got a few kind of nature, animal books. And then down here we've got some of these Little People Big Dreams books. We've got Marie Curie, Ada Lovelace, Maria Montessori. And then in here we've got some instruments. And then behind is a kind of song book. So there's lots of different, it's probably upside down. Lots of different nursery rhymes in here, which we kind of sing and we dance and stuff like that. So yeah, I put that there behind. We also usually have a little ukulele there as well, which she's probably walked off with. Kind of last thing to show you really is this bit at the top. So The Colour Monster is a great book about recognizing emotions and kind of linking them to colours. So yellow is happy and all that kind of stuff. So we did a little activity where I cut these out and drew the little monsters in the different colours. And then we used some milk bottles and we filled them with the different colours. And then we talked about what they mean and what kind of emotions they're linked to. So this is kind of an old activity, but I've just left it there. And they do explore it again and again. So that's just kind of something for them to look at. Bit of paperwork and stuff over here, and then over here I've just got a few things hanging. Like these are some cute magazines that we get monthly from RSPB membership. We've got a little pocket kite so we can grab that when we go out walking. Just some little cards. We use these kind of in the environment, so if we go walking we can look for different shapes. There's a book of nature reserves, and yeah, just a few kind of activity things. This is a little calendar. And then just a bit of kind of art and stuff. And that is it. That is the play space as it is at the moment. And then we've also got this cute little fluffy rug, which is a new addition, and I absolutely love it. It's super comfy. So that is it. That's my playroom tour. Hopefully that was helpful. I will link below some of the new products that I've got, the new resources, things that we got for Christmas particularly, to give you those. Obviously a lot of the resources we have, or some of them, are secondhand and thrifted, so I can't obviously link those, but at least that might give you some ideas and inspiration anyway. And again, thanks so much for watching. I will try and be more consistent with my videos, or more regular than I am at the moment, so do keep watching. My next video I'm hoping to do in the next few days and get it edited and posted within the next week or so. But if you are new to my channel, then welcome, and please do subscribe and like if you like. And I always love to read your comments as always, so please do keep commenting and let me know your thoughts. And I love connecting with you. I've met some amazing people through social media, YouTube, Instagram, and I love it. So yeah, please do keep connecting with me. I'm always around for a message. And yeah, hopefully your new year is going well. Ours was a bit of a bummer yesterday when we realised that we're in national lockdown again, so it's not ideal. Kind of feel like Groundhog Day, and yeah, we just need this just to be gone and over with, because we're just like done with it. But yeah, hopefully your new year is going well, and yeah, that's it really. I'll stop waffling and I'll see you in the next video.